Good afternoon all. Here we are continuing the process scheduling, and last video we have seen first come first serve scheduling, how to draw the Gantt chart, and how to calculate the turnaround time and waiting time. So here we are going to see shortest of first scheduling. There are two types shortest of first scheduling: non-preemptive mode and preemptive mode. Non-preemptive mode is also known as shortest of first scheduling. Preemptive mode is also known as shortest remaining time first. So let us see non-preemptive mode, that is SJF, shortest of first scheduling. So here 5 processes given, that process arrival time and burst time also given. You have to, we are applying the SJF non-preemptive scheduling. Calculate the average waiting time and average turnaround time. So SJF means the shortest job first. You have to see the burst time. There are values are 1, 4, 2, 6, 3. And which one is the least one? 1. So 1 is the least one, right? So P1 is the least burst time. But see, is it possible to execute P1 first? See, its arrival time. Arrival time of P1 is 3. When you are drawing Gantt chart should start from 0, right? Gantt chart should start from 0, like 0th time, 0th moment. So at time 0, P1 reached at time 3. At time 0, P1 was not there. Only P4 was there at time 0. Only P4 was there. No other process was there. Were not there. Like at time 0, only P4. No other processes were not there at time 0. So P4 will be starting their execution. Understood why P1 is not starting? Why P4 is starting? Because P1 came at time 3. P4 came at time 0. At time 0, no other process, only P4 was there. So P4 can start their execution. It will be continuing their execution for first 6 milliseconds. So P4 will be starting their execution and it will complete their execution at time 6. Now, at time 6, how many processes are there? P1 came at time 3, P2 came at 1, P3 came at 4, P5 came at 2, right? So, all other 4 processes are available at ready queue, in the ready queue at time 4, at time 6. Now, out of these 4, which has the least time or burst time, less burst time? P1 has the less burst time, right? So P1 will be executing. How many millisecond? Only 1 millisecond. Record only 1 millisecond. So 6 to 7 P1 will be executing. Then next P3 is there, P2 is there, P5 is there. Which has the least time burst time? P3, right? So P3 will be executing for next to 2 millisecond. Next to 2 milliseconds, 7 to 9 P3 will be executing. After 9 P5 and P2 is there. P5 has 3 millisecond, it required 3 millisecond, P2 required 4 millisecond. So P5 will be executing. P5 will be executing next to 3 millisecond. So after, so next to 3 millisecond means at 12 P5 will complete. After that P2 will start their execution for next to 4 millisecond. Its burst time is 4 millisecond. So this is the Gantt chart for shortest of first scheduling. Only the confusion is why P1 is not starting. P1 has the least burst time, but P1 arrived at time 3. Before that P4 came. P4 arrived at time 0 and no other process were not, like no other process were available that time. So P4 will be starting the execution. And next is calculating turnaround time and waiting time. How to calculate the turnaround time? Exit time for P1. P1 exit time is 7, right? And burst arrival time is 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4. P2 exit time is 16. And arrival time of P2 is 1. So 16 minus 1 is 15. P3 exit time is 9 and arrival time of P3 is 4. So 9 minus 4 is 5. P4 exit time is 6. P4 exit time is 6. Arrival time of P4 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. P5 exit time is 12 and arrival time is 2. So 12 minus 2 is 10. This is the way to calculate turnaround time. We are calculating exit time minus arrival time. Waiting time. Waiting time is like we have seen the equation. Waiting time is turnaround time minus burst time. So here turnaround time of P1 is 4 and burst time is 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 15 is the turnaround time. Burst time is 4. 50 minus 4 is 11. And P3, 5 minus 2. Turnaround time minus burst time. 5 minus 2 is 3. 6 minus 6 is 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. And average turnaround time is 4 plus 15 plus 5 plus 6 plus 10 by 5. 8 unit. Average waiting time is 3 plus 11 plus 3 plus 0 plus 7 by 5. 24 by 5. 4.8 unit. This is shortest job first scheduling. Which mode? Non-preemptive or preemptive mode? This is non-preemptive mode. Next we are going to see the same question for preemptive mode. So question is same. Calculate the turnaround time and average time in the preemptive mode. So preemptive mode means we can take the processor from the process forcefully. So at time 0 only P4 is available, right? At time 0 only P4 is available. So P4 will be starting their execution. P4 will be starting at time 0. But at time 1, one more process came. That process name is P2 and its burst time is 4 and P4 executed for 1 millisecond. So now P4 burst time is 6 minus 1, 5. So 4 is less than 5. So P2 will be executing. P2 will be executing and at time 2 P5 came. P5's burst time is 3 and P2 executed for 1 millisecond. So P2's remaining time is 3. So 3 both are same. So P2 will be continuing their execution. P2 will be continuing. At time 3 P1 has come. P1's burst time is 1 and P2's remaining time is 2. So 1 is less than 2. So P1 should start the execution, right? So we are taking P2 forcefully from P1 processor and P1 will be starting their execution for 1 millisecond. It required only 1 millisecond. At time 4 P3 has come. Remaining time is 2 and P2's remaining time also 2 and P2 we have to go for the less process ID. So P2 will be doing their execution for the remaining 2 millisecond. After that P3 is 2 millisecond, right? So P2 will be doing their execution after that for the next 2 millisecond. Then P5 is 3 millisecond, required 3 millisecond. So P5 will be doing next to 3 millisecond. Then P4 total burst time was 6. So out of 6 they executed for 1 millisecond. So here the remaining 5 millisecond they will be executing. So this is the Gantt chart. And turnaround here, how to calculate turnaround time and waiting time is, turnaround time is exit time minus it has process P1 exit time is 4 and its arrival time is 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1 and P2 exit time is 6. P2's exit time is 6 and P2's arrival time is 1. So 6 minus 1 is 5 and P3's exit time is 8 and its arrival time is P3's arrival time is 4. So 8 minus 4 is 4. P4 exit time is 16. P4 arrive at 0. So 60 minus 0 is 16. P5's exit time is 11. Arrival time is 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. How to calculate waiting time is, turnaround time is 1, right? And burst time is 1 for P1, 0. The turnaround time of P2 is 5 and the burst time is 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1. Turnaround time of P3 is 4. Burst time is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. P4 turnaround time is 16. 16 minus burst time is 6. So 10. P5's turnaround time is 9. Burst time is 3. So 9 minus 3 is 6. Here you can calculate the average turnaround time and average waiting time. So there are shortest job first. There are two types: non-preemptive mode and preemptive mode. Preemptive mode is also known as shortest remaining time first. So here this is a shortest example for shortest remaining time, or preemptive mode, shortest job first also known as. It is shortest job preemptive mode. I hope all of you understood this Gantt chart. Gantt chart here, P4 will be executing only for 1 millisecond. Its actual burst time is 6, but it is not executing 6 millisecond. Because at time 1, P2 has come. P2's remaining time is less than P4's remaining time. So P2 will be taking.